Today I'm going to show you how to take this not useful hank of yarn and turn it into a very useful and usable ball of yarn. Hi, welcome to CHeri Knits. I'm CHeri, I love knitting and I want you to love it too. If you don't have a ball winder and Swift at your house, it can be very frustrating to take a hank of yarn and try to wind it yourself. You can't use it from this hank because it's just a series of loops and you'll end up with a big tangle. I've heard a lot of people mention how frustrated they get. So today I'm going to show you my favorite way to wind a ball of yarn at home by myself and still end up with a smile on my face. All right, so now we're going to take the hank of yarn. I've opened it up and I'm going to wrap it over my legs. So I like to sit on a chair or the couch. Sometimes if I'm watching a movie, I'll put my feet up on the coffee table, but today I'm going to keep them on the floor. And you need a pair of scissors. What you want to do is cut away the yarn where they've tied the yarn to keep it so it doesn't get all tangled up. So cut those pieces away, set them aside. And this one just has two. One of the ties will actually have the two ends of the yarn with a little piece of yarn. So I'm going to pull that away from the yarn so I don't accidentally cut my yarn, and then put the scissors away, take out that little extra piece of yarn, and take one of the ends. There's no right or wrong end to start with. You can go either way. And I'm going to just give a little bit of tension, pull my legs a little bit to keep that yarn taut. Then what you want to do, I'm going to give myself just a little bit of yarn to start with. I'm going to take the end and just wrap it around my index finger and pointer finger, middle finger about 10 times. And then take it off and then wrap about 10 times more going the other direction. And continue to do that for a little while until you see something that looks like a ball. A little ball will start forming as you wind this. This is not a fast process. It is a slower process than using a ball winder at a knit shop. So you just want to make sure that you have some time and that you have some patience. Now, if it feels like it's getting caught up like it just did right there, I'll take the yarn off of my legs and take the hanks and just give the loops a little bit of a snap to sort of put the yarn in place. And then you can just start again. So again, just have some patience, make sure you have some time, and you can easily wind this ball of yarn. Now that I have something that looks like a little ball, I'm going to move it faster. So instead of going 10 times around, I'm actually going to be moving the little ball, as I wind it. My right hand is going to be moving it while my left hand puts the yarn around. And then you just keep doing this until you've wound all the yarn. And again, it's going to take a little bit of time, so just go slow. And again, if you feel like things are getting tangled up, stop, snap your yarn, get everything in place, and then reposition and start again. So I remember one time when I was working at a knit shop and I asked an older customer, an older woman, if she wanted me to wind her yarn for her because we had a ball winder and a Swift at the shop. And she said, "Oh no, I need to wind it myself by hand." She said, "It's like a first date with the yarn. I get to feel it, get to know how it feels. Do I like the texture of it? Do I like the softness? Is it something that I want to work with? Are there any knots in the yarn that I'm going to have to deal with later?" And I thought that was cute that she called it a first date with her yarn. And then she said, "And swatching is the second date." So if you want more information on swatching, you can click the link on the screen to watch my video on why you should knit a swatch. All right, we're getting to the end and it's being a little bit difficult. But again, just make sure you go slow and have patience. And you'll notice I don't have any tangles. And now I have a nice ball of yarn. So if you're looking for patterns to knit with your ball of yarn that you just wound, Check out my Ravelry store. I've got a lot of great patterns there that you can purchase so that you can use your newly wound ball of yarn.